is your fluency, trust me, within 21 days, come back to me. You'll come back to me and you'll tell me that thank you for suggesting me this. Because I have been telling this to everybody, and this has changed life of many people. Because again, entertainment, if this is basically, first of all, very good evening, and
Evening.
let's just begin with this session. We are already 7 minutes late, but okay, it would be a 15-minute session, as you know, right? So yeah, tell me one thing. Give me an introduction about yourself. Then we shall begin further.
Okay, so this is my Nagda, and I'm from Nimaj, Madhya Pradesh. And I have done my graduation, Bachelor of Business Administration from Vikram University, Ujjain. And currently, I'm preparing for competitive examination,
All right. So for which examination you are preparing right now?
particularly banking and SSC.
All right, all right. That has a bright scope in the future, right? So you must
Uh,
consider coming to Delhi and then preparing for Mukherjee Nagar. They have eminent source of books and the material which is present in Mukherjee Nagar. If you cannot consider for a coaching, then at least come and collect the material which is available in Delhi. All right,
no, no,
I will highly
I'm
recommend you.
currently I'm in Indore, living in Indore for
Okay.
my SPE.
Oh, okay, okay. That's very good. All right, cool. So,
What,
tell me one thing. Yeah, yes, please tell me.
what about you? Tell me something about yourself.
I'm a teacher. I'm a student. I have done my LLB, and I'm a
Okay.
lawyer. So yeah, and I like teaching, and I have a good command on my language. So that's how I'm connected with this particular stage, and that's what I do. So that's what about myself. Yeah, so tell me, what do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about the topic which is given to us by the site, or you want to talk in general about some general topic you want to pick it up?
Now we can talk on the topic that is given to us.
Okay,
No
so
issue
the
with that.
topic is, yeah, so the topic is risk, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just tell me, what do you understand when you hear the word risk?
So the risk is something like we have something to lose. When we are taking risk, we can lose something.
Okay, so is it only about losing, or is it about gaining as well?
Yeah, that's why we take risk, because when we losing something, if we don't lose, then if we win, then we will be getting or gaining whatever we are objecting to do.
Yeah, right, right, right. Okay, so just okay, one more thing. Would you like, how would you like me to do like, would you like if I take the words and then, like correct you in the end of the session in where you have mispronounced or where you lacked fluency or how you can improve your language? Would you like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
if I do that in the end of the session?
yeah, sure. You can give me the feedback at the end of the session.
All right, perfect,
Yeah,
perfect.
sure.
So let's just consider about, I'll ask you a question that is, what is the biggest risk you have taken in your life ever?
So the biggest risk, I'm unable to recall right now, but yeah, if I talk about the fun risk, then it will be like last time when I was in Indore. So we went to a amusement park where I was riding in a, what can say, roller coaster.
All right, got it, got it.
So
It was a slide.
actually, yeah. So I
Yeah.
have a acrophobia. So it was the biggest risk, I can say.
All
It
right,
was
that
quite.
okay, I get it. I understand your point of view. Okay, so like, okay, tell me one thing. You must have seen this Discovery, and there they show so many shows where you must know about Bear Grylls, right? So
Yeah,
he does the experience of roaming around in the nature and experiencing and living life at raw, right? So tell me, if you were given the opportunity to take up those risks which he takes, will you be doing that? Tell me.
okay. It depends then what I'm getting in returns.
Okay, so a risk is basically what you get in return. So
Yeah.
you might lose your life there because it's really, hypertension is there. You don't know how to live out there.
So basically, I'm taking risk. So every time I calculate the thing that what am I going to get after taking this risk, and the product should be more than that taking risk.
Okay,
Then
okay.
only I take that risk. That uh, if I win this situation, then I'm going to get what is far more than taking this risk.
All right, got it, got it. So okay, tell me one thing then. Would it be, would life be boring without risk? Like, do you consider risk as a thrill in your life?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Because as they said that the biggest risk of life is to not take any risk in life.
Yes, that is a very nice
So
good humor phrases. So yeah, that's absolutely
that
correct.
is a principle I believe we should take risk. But yeah,
Yes,
calculated risk should be there. It's not like just jumping in the front of train kind of risk.
yes,
It should be
absolutely, absolutely.
calculated risk.
It should be calculated risk, right?
And,
So
and,
okay,
and depends that what we are getting in the uh, returns of that risk, what we will get then.
yes, what you'll get in the return of that. All right,
Yeah.
okay. So the next thing I would ask you is that, for example, there is something which is about to risk your life. Life is a precious gift. Like you get life once, you live once, as they say, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, would you risk your life for that? Anything? What would be that thing for that you would risk your life?
No, I won't.
You won't risk your life for anything. There's nothing in your life for which you'll risk your life.
No, the exceptions are there, but still, if it's material things, then definitely I'm not going to risk my life for that. If it is material.
Okay, I get your point there. All right. So, have you ever
For, for
considered?
example, for example, like the country is in the danger, and if I get chance to like in army, then I don't think of my life whenever I'm there for serving my country. Then it will be worth to take risk of life.
All right, all
So
right. I
that can
get
be
you
the
have a
scenario. That can
Yeah,
be the
you have a
scenario.
very nice mindset you have about this particular thing. That's very nice. So, okay, tell me one thing. Like, you must have heard about the stories of Mukesh Ambani, your this Amazon entrepreneur, Elon Musk. All they have been started just from they have started from the ground, right?
That's
So
there.
I would consider them as risk takers. So, do you think risk taking is sometimes a positive thing and sometimes a negative thing? So, as you have already said about the calculated risk, right? So, my question is, do you think that risk taking is an essential thing of life?
Yes. So what I think is that if talk about the particularly business scenario or a startup or kind of things. So what I think is that when we are taking risk, we might not get success, but we neither lose because either we learn or either we earn. We never gonna lose anything.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I appreciate that thought of yours.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, okay, we have some words which are certainly given in your this text sheet. In the mail, you must have also got the same. So the word was hazard, and you must have gone through the slide, I suppose, right?
No, I have to go to the slides whole slide, but I just read the topic that it was risk.
Okay, you have just gone through it roughly, right? Okay, so let's just consider these words and we'll try to make, like, you'll try
Yeah.
to make some word sentences out of that, okay?
Sure, sure.
Also, these words are those words which can be used in the daily life, right? Hazard is basically a danger or a
Danger,
risk. All right,
danger.
so hazard is some we Yes, yes. So we usually use the word hazard for when the substance, when we are talking about substances, for example, electricity, for example, some acids, right? So that this substance is hazardous to health, right? Like we say smoking is hazardous. So when we
Correct.
talk about things, we consider the word hazard. So can you frame like two, three sentences how you are going to use the same in your daily language?
Okay, so dealing with the electricity without proper knowledge is hazardous to us.
Okay, you can say that. Absolutely, you can say that. All right, so I'll just tell you one thing as of like, do you see some movies or some series which are based in English language?
Yeah, yeah,
You do.
that. Yeah.
Okay, so tell me any movie which you have seen recently
Recently, not in English or in any movie.
on English, on with the English language.
Also, the last one was a Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh, that's a very nice movie. I have also seen that. Very nice movie that is.
Mm.
Okay, you have a good taste in movies as well. That's very nice. Okay,
Thank you.
so just like I'll tell you one thing, because time is about to get concluded. Uh, Try to, this is my role and this is my sole motive to communicate to my communicators basically. So I suggest you that you change all the modes of your communication, all the modes of your entertainment from the language Hindi or whichever language you belong to English. If you want to learn the language, trust me, I was not the one who was this much fluent with my language. But now when I look at myself, I'm very proud of myself because, this. The people say that watching movies, listening to English songs won't work out. But trust me, this has worked out for me because you learn the language in your school, you learn the
Yeah,
grammar in your school, but you don't know how to communicate to the particular person who is sitting right in front of you. So
true,
in
true.
order to do that, you are supposed to go through, like, if you watch some English series, if you watch some English movies, then in a movie the two people will be communicating. While they are communicating, you will be learning how to basically state simple sentences when you're talking with the other person. So like for example, there is a sentence that if you want to ask me how are you, for asking how are you, there are multiple ways, there are multiple regional ways how you can talk, like how it's been going, what
Okay.
have you been up to, how is life. So
Mm-hmm.
these are the different ways of asking how are you, just the same thing but a different in a creative way. So that's
Mm-hmm.
what you learn when you are watching the series or you are watching these your movies. So have you watched Friends?
Yes, I was friends.
Okay, Friends, you must be like, I'm a big time friend, like, fan of Friends. So you must be learning so many English vocabulary words. Like you have just heard about hazard, and I'll highly recommend you go through the slide. There are few more words which you will go through. Those are very easy words which you can use in your daily language, like jeopardize. Jeopardize is very simple word, and it can be used in multiple ways and in your daily language, so try to do that. And I'll give you the feedback now. The feedback which I would say about your language was, you have okay, I'll say that you have, I'll give you out of 10 7.5,
Okay.
because you were not jumbling very much. You knew what you are saying. You used few good words as well. So I would really say that you have a good command. Just the thing you are supposed to work on yourself is vocabulary and fluency.
Okay.
And trust me, these two things, vocabulary will come from newspaper, or you can, there are multiple YouTube channels where they post every day 5 words. Instagram is a very good source of learning vocabulary. And then your next is your fluency. Trust me, within 21 days, come back to me. You'll come back to me and you'll tell me that thank you for suggesting me this. Because I have been telling this to everybody, and this has changed life of many people. Because again, entertainment, if entertainment, you learn how to joke around, you learn how to talk around, you learn how to make humor of certain things in the language. So these are the
Mm.
particular things which will completely help you, and which will be really which will really purport in your learning of the language. All right, so I hope this is it for the session now. We have already completed 18 minutes, and I'll keep the 3 minutes for this.
Thank you so
So
much.
at this